Hello fellow cine enthusiasts, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today's movie I will be reviewing for you is Kong: Skull Island from 2017. There are so many actors in this movie. You have Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, John Goodman, Shea Whigham, John C. Reilly, Corey Hawkins, and a whole slew of other people you've seen here and there throughout the years in movies and TV shows. So Kong: Skull Island starts off with like this air fight during World War II, and these two guys crash land on this beach, and one is an American, the other is a Japanese fighter, and they chase after each other to fight each other, and then all of a sudden they come upon this huge gorilla, and that of course is Kong. And they're like, whoa, what is going on? And it was just like, they're like shocked. And then as the credits go on, it fast forwards to, I believe, 1973, right at the end of the Vietnam War. And the story goes on that there's this scientist named Bill Randa and his partner Houston Brooks. The scientists are played by John Goodman and Corey Hawkins, and they are like part of this group that believes that there are like other life forms, like, there's pockets in the earth that hold these other life forms. Bill had been serving on this ship during World War II when they came upon the island where, I guess Skull Island, where Kong is, and there's a picture of his boat with like a huge chunk taken out of it, and he was the only one who survived from his crew. So ever since then, he's been like desperate to get back on this island, but people are like, this is crazy, none of this makes sense, it's all a bunch of crap. But then he convinces this one senator, he's like, I heard the Russians might be getting to this island, and we want to get there before the Russians. And they're like, okay, well, sending everybody. So as I said, I believe it's the end of the Vietnam War. So this senator reaches out to this soldier, Preston Packard, played by Samuel L. Jackson, and he's like, well, they need this military escort to get on the islands, and we're gonna need like the Navy to get us there, all this stuff. So Packard gets all these guys together, this guy Chapman and this guy Cole, who was played by Shea Whigham, and just like all these like rough and tumble guys who are like, yeah, let's do one more thing before we go home, and we'll be done serving. And it's supposed to be like an easy survey mission. It's not supposed to be like, they're thinking that like everybody's gonna die, this is gonna be like an extremely dangerous mission. Always like, no, we're going to survey and look for these things and study these things. And Packard also enlists the help of this guy named James Conrad, played by Tom Hiddleston. He is a tracker, and he's kind of like a no-nonsense kind of guy, and he's supposed to be like the best tracker there is. And he also hires, or somehow, I don't know if Packard like hires directly or if it's just someone saying like, oh, we need a photographer, but this female photographer, Mason Weaver, who had been photographing the war, she joins on this, and she documents a lot of things, like on the ship, and then documents whatever is going on the island. So not to give too much away, a lot of strange shit starts happening as soon as these helicopters get onto the island, which is surrounded by like these huge ass storm clouds to like not let people through, and it's just not good. Like, Kong comes in and he immediately starts attacking all the planes, and there's a few soldiers that survived from each plane. Packard survives, mostly the main people, and one by one everybody starts to be picked off in some kind of way. And it's actually pretty cool because there's like certain characters that get picked off and you're like, what? Like, you were not expecting that. Like, I wasn't expecting it, and like some of them happen like really quick, so that was cool. So this group is actually broken up into two parts, and Tom Hiddleston and Brie Larson's group come upon this the soldier from World War II. His name is Hank Marlowe, played by John C. Reilly, who is so freaking perfect in this movie. And he tells them about Kong. He tells them about these weird lizard creatures that come up from the ground, and there's like a huge one that's in the ground that Kong is keeping at bay. So without Kong, like, the whole system of living on this island like falls apart. So of course, you know, these humans come in and just completely tear shit to shreds. They mess with the whole system. Kong actually becomes a protector, and it, you know, the usual story, like, or 'twas Kong who saved the people. And yeah, the movie was pretty good. Like, I don't think I did it really that much justice in explaining it. There was just so much that was going on. There were a lot of side stories. Some of them were, I'm like, why do this? Like, it didn't make sense to me. But it was really good. It was actually, like, it was fun to watch. I'm not gonna say that Kong Skull Island was like one of the most excellent movies I've ever seen. It was just enjoyable. Like, that's the best way to describe this movie. It's just enjoyable. It's an action movie. It's a little cheesy. It's a little corny. But it's just fun to sit there and, you know, just watch this, you know, big ape like fight all these like incredibly weird creatures and just be like this total badass, and, you know, watch like Brie Larson and Tom Hiddleston be all hot and gorgeous and running around like crazy. I really liked the cast. I thought it was very interesting, the mix of actors that they got together for this. Brie Larson, Tom Hiddleston, love them. I can profess my love for them forever, so I'm just gonna stop there. They were really good in their parts. Do I think that, you know, it's like their best parts? Absolutely not. But I think they were perfect. I think all the cast was perfect for their parts, so that was really good. Samuel L. Jackson, his character is an asshole, but he's Samuel L. Jackson, of course he does an amazing job. John C. Reilly completely stole this movie. He was the best part of this movie, being Hank Marlowe. I loved him so much. From the moment he came on screen, I was like, yes, John C. Reilly. As soon as I saw him with like this crazy beard, crazy hair in his old army uniform, I was like, love this so much. He was just great. He was like the perfect balance for like this serious action drama stuff going on. I really liked him a lot. One of my favorite roles. I think John C. Reilly is just an awesome actor. He's so funny, he's so versatile, so he was the best part for me. Yeah, so Skull Island really wasn't that bad. I encourage you guys to see it if you haven't. If you're really into action movies, this is definitely an action movie that I suggest seeing, especially for the cast. The cast was really good. There's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of moments where you're like, whoa, and like where a lot of the characters get picked off and you're like, holy shit, like I could not believe that, you know, these characters get picked off. You know, there's some moments that I'm like, really, did you have to do this? There's some moments that get a little over dramatic, but it's just a fun movie. And if you're just looking for something to entertain you and not take seriously, definitely go watch Kong Skull Island. So that was my review for Kong Skull Island. If you liked this review in any way, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below if you have seen Kong Skull Island. What was your favorite part? Who was your favorite character? Did you like the acting? Did you like the story? Whatever you liked, whatever you didn't like, leave them in the comments and we'll discuss the movie. Also in the comments if you guys have any suggestions of what I should watch next, be them old movies or newer movies, leave them there, and if I pick your movie and I watch it and I review it, I'll give you a shout out. Who doesn't like a shout out in a YouTube video? How freaking cool is that? And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future Let's Get Reelz movie reviews, and also hit that bell notification so that you know when I do upload, because sometimes my uploading can be pretty inconsistent. So if you hit that bell notification, you will know right away when I do upload a new movie review. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.